Hello, today I'm going to be showcasing an easy, easy critical hit build in Payday 2 that isn't like extremely complicated, but will require some knowledge of the game to work properly. So what you want to use first is the perk deck and Crook, mainly due to its dodge and like and armor increase, armor like bonuses. Because that allows you to take more than 2 hits while using some fairly heavy armor in the form of the ballistic vest, which its base is 60 both the perk deck and skills, which we'll go into in a second. It goes up to a total of 156. So for your skills, the two main important ones you want to have are tank. So you want to increase your armor recovery rate. So you want to get resilience basic, and die hard ace, bullseye ace, and then Iron Man basic. And then what I usually like to do is get steady grip ace and the heavy impact ace. Then what you want to do is get duck and cover ace, and then inner pocket ace so that you can increase your concealment. And then this is where the real meat of the build comes in. So you want to get second wind ace, which would then allow you to get low blow ace, which gives you your main critical hit chance. So you get a 3% critical hit chance for every 3 points at the touch rate under 3, 5 up to 30% for your basic, and then with ace, it's for every 1 point at touch rate under 35. Then you want to get unseen strike ace, which gives you a bunch of which gives you a massive critical hit and chance increase when you don't take any damage for a certain amount of time. And dodge allows you to be able to keep that boost for longer. And then you can have any of the skills that increase the stats of specific weapons. Like for example, you could have it in shotgunner, you could have it increase the stats, stuff like assault rifles, but you want to try and keep detection rate low, which is why I went for gunslinger, which improves a bunch of stuff for pistols, which can give you a ton of damage. Then for melee weapons, you want to try and you can probably get some like melee skills, but even then the critical hit chance also applies for weapons, so you'll probably 2-shot every enemy anyway. And then for your pistols, you obviously want something with a low concealment, and the smarter thing to do is to just purchase some like the concealment boost. So I have the Kimbo Ruger pistol and the Bernay 9 pistol. Then for your throwable melee, you can do whatever you really want. It's not too important. And the build is actually quite effective in stuff like difficulty, like overkill difficulty. But for some of the very high difficulty, you might want to swap things out a bit and experiment. Which means you might have to get rid of stuff like your ballistic vest, and maybe want to go for something like the 2-piece suit, or something like the lightweight ballistic vest. And that's my basic build in the game.